Hey, welcome to Behind the Bar podcast. So I'm Ross Thompson, the host. I'm an owner of ×3 gyms across the northeast of England and also have a global online program called the Barbell Club, where we can take you from complete beginner to photo shoot level results. These podcasts are about educating you on how easy and simple your fitness journey should be. We all strive for a balanced lifestyle. Myself, my coaches, and my clients are the majority of the guests we have on here. We want to share our stories, our expertise, and our experiences coaching over 3,000 people so that you can get the results you deserve. So in today's episode, we have our client Kate, who's been with us 8 months now. She's done a mixture between our Sunderland and Durham units. Kate's never been much of a gym person, and she now has visible abs. She's going to share all about her time with us and how that the community just keeps bringing her back. And about how this year is the year of challenges for her as she set a challenge for each and every month. Really enjoyed the chat with her and I hope you do too. Please subscribe to the channel, share it if you like it, and leave us some comments below. Enjoy. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Right then, who is Kate?
She's a nearly 38-year-old teacher,
Yeah.
locally, living in Sunderland, and she just wanted to try and do something different. And if I'm completely honest, I never thought I was a gym person, but it was last summer. We got invited to a family wedding, and of course everybody says, oh, I must lose weight to get into that dress or something.
Yep.
Kind of made inquiries, forgot all about it, and then bless her, Sarah got in touch after we'd come back from this lovely holiday in Scotland, and yeah, it all just went from there really. So never really been a gym person at all, tried a few things, didn't really think much of it. Never been into exercise. I was that chubby kid at school, and yeah, just thought, right, let's go for it, and then the rest is history, kind of thing.
Sweet. I've just lost so many bloody questions. There they are there somewhere.
I can have me coffee.
Yeah. All those are Steve's question. There it is, man. Yeah, so it is like what got you started. Obviously, 8 months ago, you joined our group training program. What made you take that first step? I know, like you said there, the wedding, but was there anything else like what now's the time type thing?
I suppose everybody's always thinking, I need to do this.
I need to do something,
be healthier. I suppose you get to a certain point in your life and you think, right, what am I enjoying more? And then you start getting to the point where, what's life about? And asking those questions. And then we've been doing a lot more like outdoor walking, climbing mountains. My husband loves that. And I've just kind of jumped on that bandwagon. We love going to the lakes, love going to Scotland. And I suppose to make sure you can climb those mountains and not feel like you're dying, always good. So yeah, and then just kind of thinking what's important, putting life in perspective, and going from there really.
Sweet, yeah, that does me. Like, why this? Obviously, you do our college program. I know you have said you got back into training, but like why this style of training? Like, obviously, there's so many ways to train: boot camp, spin, running. Why do you choose like the group conditioning?
If I'm honest, I didn't necessarily know what I signed up for.
Yeah, I was thinking, when I was thinking that question, it was like, did you actually know what you were signing up for? But yeah,
I hadn't got a clue. I thought, to be honest, it was one of those things that I think I made inquiries about. There was a bit of time in between, I think for like holidays and various other reasons, and then forgot all about it. Sarah got in touch and said, right, when you're back from Scotland, we'll have a chat. And then we just had like a chat over the phone and I said, right, let's go for it. And then not really knowing what I signed up for. I think in the back of my head, I even had kickboxing that I'd signed up for or something like that. And then, yeah, it just went from there. But absolutely love it. Really do. Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about it?
Well, I know we all secretly go, oh, not another one. But I suppose, I don't know, a bit of everything. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of burpees.
Yeah.
But getting a bit more into it, I'd like to say
I've
it's
actually
improving.
took burpees out this cycle.
Thank you.
There you go, from Monday.
Not necessarily a massive fan of Josh's bear crawls, but, you know, it's becoming part of the furniture now, isn't it? But no, just trying everything and seeing what you can do, and you think, oh God, what on earth? How am I meant to do that? And then you do it more and more, and you think, yeah, I think I'm getting it. It's like a Kate version or a whoever version of a burpee, but yeah.
So, like, if you could pick one of the exercises, what, like, say it is your favourite, and like what you like really. When you, like, I don't know, like even say maybe it's the skier, like, it's right, I'm gonna fucking go on this one, or like the sled push or anything like that. Is there any one of them where it's like, grrr?
I don't mind the walkouts as much now. If you were to ask me to do 100 all in one go, I'd be like, maybe not. But I don't mind them as much now. I've really enjoyed one.
Favourite, and that's like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
I wouldn't say it's a favourite, but I don't know. I don't mind many of them. Prowlers, you just get into, and even though you feel like you're about to die, you just try and keep going.
Yeah. They feel like an achievement, those ones, I feel. Like, as
definitely.
You're hating it, but it's like, I'd want to give someone a high five at the end of it.
Yes.
Do you know
In
what
fact,
I mean?
I did that with my partner yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Brilliant,
because we managed just one more in our final week, so that was brilliant.
Excellent.
No, I think probably there was a couple of weeks or sessions ago where you got us doing a run and then a kettlebell swing, and then you did 2 runs and 2 kettlebell swings. I quite like that one because I liked just a little bit of running, not too much. But yeah, just a bit of a mix-up one. I quite like that.
I like that one, actually. We used to do it in press-ups, like 5 minutes, but it was like run 4, 1 press-up, run 4, 2 press-up, run 4. Yeah, it was quite tough.
Definitely, but it's quite good.
So how has fitness changed you, like, beyond just getting fitter? Like, how has training impacted your mindset, confidence, and overall well-being?
Oh, that is a really good question. I've never been a confident person, but I would say it is gradually getting there. Looking in the mirror and going, yeah, not looking too bad today.
Yeah, excellent.
Kind of having that confidence. It's totally changed about how I see food. Now, it's kind of like, right, what can we have to boost the protein? What's different, what's really tasty. Loving like all the clean eating. So only a couple of weekends ago, we were fortunate enough to join my parents-in-law on a weekend away in the lakes. And the first thing on the Friday after the long drive over and the day at work was, let's go out and get a greasy fry up, or, you know, a takeaway. And 3 of them did that. Husband included, and I just had my stag chili that I heated up in the microwave, and my jasmine rice. And do you know what? I absolutely loved it. I did not miss the greasiness at all. I'm not really missing alcohol. I will say next Sunday, when this shred is over, I might have a cheeky one there. Or adult juice, as I like to call it. No, I don't really miss it. It's kind of, I'm not into, if you say Mackies, I'm like, oh no, don't want to touch it. Don't want to touch any sort of greasy stuff now. Just want to enjoy the food, but enjoy varieties of food and from different cultures.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, just absolutely love it. Want to keep moving. Can't sit still for too long now. I'm that crazy random person that's here first thing in the morning trying to chat to people but marching on the spot to try and hit me 20,000 every day. If I don't hit 20,000 or 15 plus, I'm like, oh. But yeah, it's
a canny few steps in a day, that then.
I can easily do 10 at work. just because I keep forgetting to photocopy stuff or whatever for the kids.
Yeah.
And then I have to.
Do you think that's on purpose
that.
now then?
Not necessarily. But no, I'm just enjoying moving around, and I don't care. Like, I'll watch something on YouTube on the evening to help relax, and I'll be marching on the spots to get to my target. So, but yeah, Mark does exactly the same. So,
I mean, apart from obviously that greasy spoon or whatever he had, do you feel as though you've helped with some better habits for him as well, like within food as well? Yeah.
Well, Mark was the healthier one out of the two of us.
Oh, right, okay.
So he used to be a semi-professional footballer.
Right.
So he's always had that way of living and been always quite fit. So I've kind of been the one that's lagged behind, and I didn't want to be doing that when we were climbing up the mountains. Even on honeymoon, and I thought I'd lost a canny bit of weight for the wedding, like we all do. I was trying to climb Blencathra, I think, and I was really struggling. So even though you lose the weight, it wasn't being lost in the right way, whereas now I'm feeling healthier and more upbeat and more energetic and everything. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, brilliant. Abs.
I haven't got many at the moment.
Yes, you do. Obviously, you've built an incredible physique, including visible abs. Whatever you say in your head, you have. Okay, you do have visible abs.
I can't see them. I swear this shred is making me lose any sort of muscle that I'm doing at the moment.
Give hour, will you? Like, was that a goal, or has it just been like a byproduct of it all?
It's
or have
just
you always been quite lean, or?
Absolutely not.
Right, okay.
No,
you said you were overweight as a child.
No, 2025, I just decided was going to be a year for me to do new things. We all have them. We all have the times where you sit back and you reevaluate and you have conversations with your family. And so many times I've said, yes, I'm going to make sure I've got more time for me, more time for my family, and then gone completely against it and didn't. And then, of course, various things happen in your life to do with like your family and work and what have you. Life, exactly. And I just thought, do you know what? I had one of those years last year where it was just a whirlwind, so that by the time we got to Scotland in the summer, I never got there so quickly and wanted to. Even after a long day at work, I just said to Mark, get those bags in the car, we're going. And we had the most amazing, chilled out 2 weeks. And I think it all kind of stemmed particularly from there, going, right, my sister-in-law's managed to change her job and she's got a better lifestyle. Right, others are doing it, it's time for me to do it. And so I started off 2025 and I was like, right, what can I do each month, ideally, that's something different, a bit of a challenge. So January has turned out that it's a photo shoot. Never done one, wanted to do one. And I was like, ooh, okay. And then February was meant to be the bodybuilding one that you put on, but sciatica kicked in and...
was it the strongman competition? Okay, yeah.
Really wanted to have a go at that, but my sciatica killed it.
It is a bitch. I've had it before and it is a bitch, yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, I'll just have to do loads of steps or something a bit less boring, a bit more boring rather. And then March, I saw, I don't know, I think I was on half term and I got talking to one of the lasses in Sunderland and she was saying she's doing the shreds, and then it all just went from there. And I've always been a little bit intrigued.
The carnage cut. Yeah, carnage cut, shred barbell, carnage cut. It's a bit different, but yeah.
Oh, well, she said
don't worry,
shred.
yeah, okay, yeah.
So I think...
Was it Christine or Katie?
Katie, I think.
Ah, right. Is that because you messaged me about it?
Yes.
You messaged me about it and it was like, because it's been Matty's like secret little cut thing, what we've just had to play around with in the background.
Ah, okay.
And you messaged me and then I said no to you. And then it was like, I should offer you this really, shouldn't I? And it was like, fuck it, because I knew where you were at. And you've only been given a month. But here we are. That's
long enough. I think hats off to people who do it longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I just got talking to Katie and she was just starting to tell me.
You're a Sunderland Durham half-breed.
Yeah, I like to confuse everyone. So really, I suppose the easiest one to get to if I wasn't at work would be Sunderland.
Yes.
Because of where we're based, but just because it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, it's easier to do, for me, the time here in the morning and then feel a bit more awake, get myself sorted for the day, and then, go home and do what I need to.
What was the original question? was it to do with the cut or anything there?
Abs, something about abs.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, which ones?
But we are on the little bit of a cut thing now, and we're doing that next week. I mean, you nearly bailed on us this week, but I pulled you back round.
Yes, I was like, yes, I've been told, so I'm coming, don't worry. It wasn't that I was pulling out, it was just, various other things. And I just thought, do I need to do the photo shoot? But you said yes. You made inquiries. So I was like, okay.
But you did, and that's the thing. I think, like, obviously you wanted to do a challenge a month, and then you did, and I said no as well, and then I reached back out, and it was like, and then you were like nearly off, and it was like, no, you wanted to do this originally, so
no, you're absolutely fair. Yeah, I'll do it.
Nervous or anything?
Maybe. I mean, possibly. When I went for that photo shoot in January, it was really interesting to hear all the other ladies that were doing it, having the makeup done and the hair done, and being asked which type of photo shoot are you doing, and there were literally women in there. So it was like a Facebook competition that randomly entered myself for, and I was selected, and apparently I won the prize, as did all these other amazing ladies, and it's all about boosting your confidence as a woman.
Okay.
So it was a drive down to Manchester, a photo shoot with this company, and they do your hair and makeup, and then you can choose a certain style to do, whether it's like a mother about to give birth, or whether you just want a natural one, or you can go a bit more like down the lingerie route or whatever. And there were literally women in there going, I'm not sure, and really quite emotional. And I don't know, I was just kind of, I'm not sure what I'm doing, let's just go with it. And I probably looked as unemotional as possible, but they turned out all right. So I don't know, might just end up being a robot and doing whatever, and then go, did I just do that afterwards? You have to try these things, don't you? And try.
Why not?
And just throw yourself out there.
Exactly, fucking why not? Brilliant. So, biggest struggles, what's been the hardest part of your journey so far? And, like, has there ever been fucking moments when you think, fuck this? In 8 months?
I would say probably what I've just signed up for has been more challenging, because I've never been so hungry coming to a gym session. I'm like, I could really just have a cereal bar or something now. So, and definitely the logging of the food for this section. Normally, when I think I was on 1,700 before calories, that was relatively fine. But I think the 1,500 has been a bit more of the challenge.
So I'm just putting this out there. We only ever put people 1,500 when it's just close to the ends and stuff like that. I don't want anybody ever just going to 1,500 calories, because you don't fucking need to.
No, absolutely not. You starve. You literally starve. I'm probably just being not tempted to avoid eating anything extra, which I'll admit I might have had the odd cheeky thing on the odd day. But generally, I've been recording accurately. And no, I would say that's probably been the challenge.
It's only been bloody 4 weeks. 3 weeks?
I know,
it's only been
which is
3
why
weeks.
people who do it 4 months, high five.
Yeah.
Respect.
Some people do it longer.
Wow.
Because the thing is, you're probably maintaining well, you're eating enough to supply the energy for your training and for your walks. But there's some people who are on like a weight loss journey, and say somebody is, let's say 300 pounds, do you know what I mean? Say someone's 300 pounds and they're going down to like, let's say 1,800 calories, but their burning rate on a day-to-day basis probably like 3,000, 3,500. So they're in like such a huge deficit every day. But some of these people, I mean, it's rare, but they do it for like a year and a half until they get down to their body weight. And that's from years and years of bad habits of like,
Wow.
do you know what I mean?
That's amazing.
That's why it's so rare. But it's hard, and well, we have had people do it, but we've had people do it who then fall back over as well, which is always shit, because even though they've learned, say, a year's worth of good habits, they've still got 20 years worth of bad habits behind them. Yeah, but you'll be all right.
Honestly, I don't know. You've just done something to me. I'm a different Kate. I really am. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Tried the odd gym before, as I say, and done like a Zumba class, which I do quite like.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Love a bit of Zumba.
Yeah.
Not that I'm any good at it, but or tried the odd spinning class. But I don't know. There's just something about coming here. You can just go have a chat in the morning, have a good chat with your coach, and you get on, you do it. And I've never woken up going, I'm going to the gym this morning. I really haven't. So yeah, I'm a different person.
Who do you get coached off in Sunderland if you're there?
If I go to the morning ones, it's Alex. Yeah.
So is it either Alex or Josh, like between the two coaches?
I think
or do you
Ben's
sometimes
been, I've gone to the odd evening session,
yeah.
but yeah, generally it's been
Majority.
Alex, sometimes Joe, depending on if Alex is away.
So it's majority Alex or Josh. Who's your favourite?
Oh, I can't say that. Can I say that?
Of course you can. Tell them.
Well, I mean, who can beat Josh's little bike impersonation every morning? And just good crack. I mean, everybody's fantastic, but he just makes us laugh.
He's nice. He is. We call him like a Prince Charming. He is. He's lovely. He is just. And where you said about the bear crawls, that'll probably be generally in his coach's choice.
Yeah, frog leaps has been his thing this week. So
has it?
Frog jumps, yeah.
So Josh is like quite a movement specialist. So he gets people to move in certain directions, different planes of motion. So whenever, like when you said bear crawls, it's like, yeah, that's going to be one of Josh's.
Yeah.
Because he does like people to move. And he is one of the most flexible people I know.
Can't believe it. I know. I think he needs to do a bit more of a longer demonstration each morning. I'd say that. But
does he?
He needs to.
Do you know what though? Like Josh, okay, he'll go over on every session, like a few minutes, and like, I mean, have you ever heard me shout at people when they're late? Or maybe it's not. But so it's like, so Josh is always over time on things, and because he loves to talk to everybody. So when he's talking, he is on a morning site. It'll like the warm up will start about like 17 past and stuff like that, and then he'll be looking, probably thinking, shit, I've got to get through this, and then do it. But he just likes to talk to people,
and that's lovely. It
is,
really is.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, because you feel really bad. You're like, I'm meant to be doing like a walkout now, but I can't because I don't want to not talk to you, and you're just so lovely to talk to. So I'm like, I'll just march. It's fine. I'll march on the spot, and then he'll be like, no, get down and get doing it.
Yeah, he is. He's brilliant. I mean, he's been with us 3 years now.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming up 3 years.
So it feels longer. Feels like he's part of the furniture and.
That is part of the furniture. 3 years, yeah.
Really?
3 years, yeah. I mean, there's only like Dan Breen. So he runs the concert one now.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with us like over 10 years now. And then who was here first? Joe. Josh taught Matty in. So Matty's been here 2.5 years. I think Joe was just here about 5-6 months before him, so 3.5 months. And those are like our longest running coaches apart from Dan. In 11 and a bit years now, so yeah. Yes, we've seen them come and go, but some have been apprentices and all the rest of it. I mean, Luke, I mean, he's still part of us in a way, but yeah, he's been around 4 years, so yeah. But he has gone now, but on cameras with us still, so you'll see him next week. Group training, yeah. What is it about in the group setting that keeps you coming back? How does it push you differently to training alone, if you ever have?
Well, I suppose we all turn up alone, don't we? Most of the time, unless you bring your friend along. But I'm normally the person that just like many others, turns up in the car, comes separately.
Yeah, I probably mean like training alone, like just going to a gym. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely 100% community.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the fact that you can come in, have a catch up, learn various random things about people, have a really good conversation, and the variety, love it. I think I've only once heard, we've done something similar a couple of months ago to what we did today in the training session, but there's always something in there that you're like, what? But then you secretly enjoy it.
Right, okay.
So yeah, it's great. And the thing is, because you're part of that community, you're always personally, from my point of view, I'm always secretly looking around going, oh, gosh, they're really going for it. Right, come on, Kate, go on, go for it.
Yeah.
You have to keep pushing yourself. So you don't want to be that person that's not pulling your weight.
Yes.
Or looking like you're not pulling your weight.
Yeah.
So like a couple of weeks ago when the sciatica flared up again, and I wasn't going as hard at it, I was inside quite crushed because I wanted to do more. But then it came, it went away, and then it was like, right, I'll just try and do a bit more. So like yesterday, I think my partner and I did a prowler. Up until yesterday, we'd done 18, but we did 19 yesterday because we pushed it. So it's great. It's community, and you just want to enjoy the variety of all the different exercises, even though you do go, what are you asking me to do? What?
It's nice, actually, where you are at the 2 units, like the 6:15 in both units, not to say that any of the other time slots are shit or anything like that. It's the morning people, like you're like this breed, but like you work hard, and for doing it at that time of morning, because obviously I do know like all the people who go to the Sunderland one and all the people here. I mean, you've got Dean here, like who's just fucking on it every single time he's here.
He's one of the ones that I keep looking at and going, blimey neck. Right, I've got to try and do it a bit more.
Yeah, it's nice, like, and what I like about it is, like, probably from your end as well, it's like, it's always the same faces who you get to see. It's like, say if you did go to, I don't know if you've ever been in like a pure gym or anything like that. So when you go to those kind of classes, like I used to go to the Health and Matter Club many moons ago, and you just turn up to a class, but it's always just a mixture of people each time, and then there's no progression.
And they're either
in class.
on the phone in between like little breaks, or
they didn't have phones when I was there.
They're very antisocial.
Yeah.
That's the impression I got. Certainly. Yeah, you can go to a gym where you pay less, but you don't get that community feel, because certainly the few, and I do say few, that I've tried, yes, it was great to go to the classes, but it was just kind of, you turn up and then you go. And even though the classes were lovely and great and did push you, and you felt a little sense of achievement, you were still missing that company.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was no one really for me to talk to, even though you try, because people just want to go with their friends, or they're just on social media or something. There's not really that opportunity at most gyms to do that, whereas you come here, most people, like I'd say 90% people, depending on if you're a morning person, for me, I am. So I can talk for England sometimes, and people are like, shut up.
No, they're not.
I know,
they're not, yeah.
I know, but you just get that sense here, and that's for me, that works.
Brilliant. Nutrition and results, what have I got here? Training is one thing, but we also focus a lot on nutrition. How has that side of the program helped you achieve your results? I know you've already said there, like about like how it's obviously changed your mind. I mean, did you know anything, like, did you ever look at, we'll just use protein as a macro, like, did you ever think of that prior to this?
Didn't have a clue. I mean, obviously you always try and eat healthily, but half of the foods, I mean, you've weaned us off bread a little bit, because I always love bread.
I've never demonised bread. That's the mental thing. I love bread.
But because of the app and the logging, and you're thinking, I can only have one slice of seeded loaf today, because if I have two, then it'll up my calories, or you certainly can't go over two, whereas I absolutely love bread. I love cereal and the milk and the things that go with it. And the things that before I was thinking, they're healthy, right? But you just don't appreciate how many carbs are are in them and calories, and then before you know it, you think, wow, how many calories have I intook each day, even though you think you've been relatively healthy. So it does really get you thinking, what am I eating? How much do I need to eat? And I think there were obviously various points in everybody's life, but certainly in mine where, because it's there, you just have it. Staff room for that is terrible. Every Friday there's these amazing cakes that come in and it's wonderful, so grateful, but because it's there, you have it. We've had like staff bake-offs, which has been amazing, but I've been, no, I can't have that. You know, but I haven't necessarily missed it on the odd occasion, but it just gets you reevaluating. Do you need it just because it's there? No. Do you need to have it? No. Do you want to have it? Maybe. But yeah.
I actually really like that there, what you've said. Like, do you actually need those calories? And we don't. And I think it's hard to process it until you've actually tracked your calories, get a really good understanding of it. Because like, you'll track the first few weeks and it's like you're still trying to figure things out. But I think then once you like see, it's like, shit, the bed, like 400 calories for half a donut or something like that.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? And then you do start to look at food different. And I think people will probably listen to that and think, well, is that not causing like a food phobia in a way? But it's if you can control it and think, well, no, it isn't. It's like my body and to be a healthy weight doesn't need that. I mean, mind wants it, but it's like the need of it is quite a good way to look at it.
Food intelligence, I like to call it.
Food intelligence. Right, I'm taking that one as well.
Food intelligent.
I'm cutting this bit out, taking all these bits. You'll see a video in the group next week. Food intelligence.
Sounds wonderful. Just made that up on the spot.
Yeah, I like that. Need. Oh, yeah, I'm taking that one. Thank you very much for that.
Be helpful.
Advice for someone starting out. Like, if someone was listening, thinking about starting, but isn't sure if they're ready, like, what would you tell that person?
I would say take a good 5-10 minutes and say, where are you in your life? Are you happy with what you're doing? Are you getting enough time for you? Are you making sure you've got enough time for your family? Are you looking after yourself? Because at the end of the day, we're only here once, aren't we? So you've got to make the most of it, and you've got to make the most of life. And that's certainly a stage that I'm getting to more and more, and just thinking, am I doing something for me? I deserve it. Yeah. And I think people have got to ask themselves that. And if they're ready to say, yes, I need to do something for me, even if it's half an hour, just do it. Just take that leap. It's daunting. I remember the very first morning after I'd spoken to Sarah, I think I had from the Wednesday to the following Monday, and it was playing on my mind, and I was thinking, what have I done? And then I was driving there that morning and thinking, how is this going to go? Like, are people going to talk to me? Am I going to die in it, you know, or whatever? And I was so nervous, but, you know, you're greeted with a lovely smiling face. People say, who are you? Oh, come and talk to us. And they're so welcoming. It was
Sunderland you started in, wasn't it? Yeah. So Alex would have met you on your first day, yeah?
Yeah, I think it was good. Joe, actually, because Alex was away for... He was skiving.
Yeah. But paid holidays.
But I got my lovely little welcome pack of my RT Fitness mug and my cereal bar, protein bar, which was lovely. And just it's not half as daunting as you build it up to be in your head.
I think that, but you did build it up.
Yeah.
And everybody else, I think, does like that. I mean, even building a phone call with Sarah must be tough as well. But then you've had this build up, and then it's like, I always say this to everybody, but it's so easy to say that, like, once you've got that first one done, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. And it's literally, yes, you come away and you ache. I mean, the first few weeks, I was like, please, can you just help me hold this cup or something, or like give us a massage, because I ache so much. It goes. The more you keep at it, you'll see the benefits, it drops off, you'll feel 1,000 zillion times better. And out of it, you've got another hobby, potentially, more friends, you feel mint. What's to lose?
Do you know sometimes, like on the next day, when you're not aching, do you feel cheated a bit?
No, I wouldn't say that, Ross.
Okay. No. just some people like correlate like a good training session with aches the next day. But even though you have went through those first couple of weeks of hell, like toilets just standing up, though you went through that, but then like somewhere along the line, like people like start to miss like that bits of ache.
I'd probably say, why am I not aching and other people are? So does that mean I haven't worked as much? Have I slacked off a little bit? Or am I just lucky in that, you know, maybe my body's now thinking, you don't need to ache in that part. I'll go with that part.
Your recovery's faster.
Yeah. But no, I never associate a lack of aching with that.
Okay.
I'm quite happy that I don't ache.
That's a good thing. That's why I like to hear that. Because when it does come to that point, it's like, well, actually your recovery's really well. It means you're getting enough protein in you, you're getting enough sleep, so hats off.
I mean, I'm not saying I never, ever ache. You know, we've had conversations this week going, I don't know what I did on Tuesday, but I definitely felt the back of my arms for the first time in like the 4 weeks of that session or something. So I don't know if I held it longer or I did it slower because it was the kettlebell one.
Okay, overhead, yeah.
And yeah, I was like, I can definitely feel that today. So you definitely to sort of like not... what am I trying to say? To not go back on what I've just said. But there was also if I ache, then I must have worked something But yeah, I'd still stick with what I originally said.
Yes, don't worry, I'm on track with you,
Yeah, in case anyone's like, what?
No. We get it, yeah. That is good, like... I still like to feel just like a touch. That's what I like, just a touch.
Yeah.
Like where if I touch, like say if I've done like a push day for me, and I can just feel it just here. Or like in my legs where I know I've trained legs a little bit harder. It's like, oh yeah, that's it. There you are. What's next for you then? Obviously you've come so far in 8 months. What's next? Any new fitness goals on the horizon? Because you still haven't signed up to Total Warrior yet for June.
So what have I got to let myself in for then?
Well, that's a one there, isn't it? I mean, we've got the big walk as well.
I've signed up for that one.
Yeah, so
I want to do that, definitely. In fact, the last one I did want to do, but it was one of those where 3 things that we wanted to do all fell on the same weekend. But it was just one of those things. So I signed myself up to that one. I don't know. I'm prepared to do...
I'm going to say you've dedicated yourself to something one a month, haven't you? To do something.
I mean, you know, it can be it might be boring to some people, but I think March into April is going to be relaxing a bit more and doing a bit more like reading of books and seeing how many I can get through in a month. But I don't know. I've yet to fill April or April onwards with a challenge. So I don't know, watch this space. I'll try anything, mostly.
I was going to end it there, but I'm going to ask what's your favourite 3 books, and then we'll end it after that.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I haven't read as many as I should have done. Well, I'm currently reading Bridget Jones, so I always enjoy a bit of Bridget Jones. I did read one that was quite dark, anything to do with like a detective, so any Harlan Coben books, and we love watching anything like that on TV, any sort of detective crime dramas, without sounding a psycho or anything. But yeah, love sort of like a whodunit type book. So yeah, anything like that really. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, there'll be more shown of you when we do the shoot next week. So
sorry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoyed it.